Panel guests, I would request Dr. Harshay to add his expert opinion on what we were before and what is happening now. Dr. Harshay, please take over. Thank you.
But when the subject was given to me, I thought about it from my own experience as well as in general. What is the situation today in India? When we are talking about, let me just repeat the subject: growing while it's slowing, tapping opportunities in crisis. I am putting my context for our geographical location, India, because if you consider the entire global business scenario, there might be slightly different considerations. But for ourselves, for India, what is going to be the future if the economic crisis overall in the world are going to affect us the same way, and we would seriously have to adjust to this situation the way West has adjusted. So some of my thoughts on that. First of all, globalization is going to be here. The way we have seen in last number of years, we are opening our businesses. We are collaborating with our international partners. There are a number of international investors investing in India. It's not going to change. The only thing is the dimension, the size, the numbers might be changing a little bit. But we have come a long way since that time when we started this couple of decades ago. And we need to reinvent a little bit our skills, refocus, and the windows that were opened need to be are a little bit probably smaller today, but they are more focused on certain opportunities. So we need to focus on those and provide more value addition than what we were doing a number of years ago. Just to give an example, even before this economic crisis in our software industry, we faced a challenge. So far, number of jobs that were coming to us in outsourcing contracts, they were at lower level of the ladder. Given that our growth was linear, the number of people that we were counting, the growth would be just proportional to the number of people. That means it was quite proportional to if we had 100 people, you would business would be certainly at this level. So a thought came: we need to increase, we need to grow non-linearly. That means we have to provide value. That means we have to climb up the value chain. And how we would do that? I mean, it's not just the term used some time back and today also, body shopping. It's not going to be done by doing that. We need to provide the management skills that are required to improve the efficiency in the projects, in the outsourcing opportunities that we have, and prove to our partners that we can take that part of the business also and move that to India. Then we will see non-linear opportunities coming our way.
Can I request Mr. Pawan Chaudhary to comment on Dr. Harsh's view?
Well, first of all, Dr. Harsh has spoken about the importance of people, retention. I feel it will become even more important because in good times, all your employees look good because the business is coming from everybody. But in bad times, you really understand who are your good employees because the business is coming from them only. So these people will become very critical for you. And because the employee negotiation ability will go down, there will be other takers in the industry for such people. So you have to retain these people. You have to build a culture of employee loyalty. And employees don't begin as loyal employees. First they are trusted, then they find you trustworthy, then they become loyal. So before we talk about employee loyalty, we should talk about employer loyalty. Is employer loyal? Is he above board, straightforward? Will he stick with his employees or not? Then we will have a loyal, retainable force. The other point which Dr. Harsh mentioned was industry academia interface. This is also a very important area. Today the industry's needs are changing because of the changing landscape and because of these crises and all coming. But the academia is taking some time to adapt to it. So companies like TCS, etc., they are having an industry academia interface program where they are telling the academics that these are the skills which we require now in your candidates. And please imbibe these skills, impart these skills to your candidates. Such interactions like, for example, what TASMAC is doing, Industry Academia Interface, more and more institutes should do this so that they understand what is it that the industry is looking for. Bollywood, absolutely. Bollywood and spheres like that are opening up. And we should also take a look at, we're all professionals, we own companies, etc. We should look at what Bollywood can teach us. There is a very strong, sharp business sense in people in Bollywood. We are going many a time too much by the book. We say focus, focus, focus. Learning from Michael Porter, we say focus, focus, focus. Too much focus is a frozen state of mind. Shah Rukh Khan is not focusing. Shah Rukh Khan, if he focuses, he will just become a greater and greater actor. No, he has reached that last rung of the ladder. He is defocusing. He's getting into real estate. He's getting IPL. He's getting into distribution. He's getting into production, red chilies and so on.
But corporates do talk about its top line, its bottom line all the time. And in these circumstances, it becomes very difficult for people to retain. A time was there, attrition was an issue. The entire HR fraternity will agree with me that attrition was a major issue. Finding good employees for the company was a major issue. Times have changed, scenarios have changed. And we need to understand, and in these changing times, how these points have come across. Let's find out from our very important guest, Mr. Mukund Altikar. Believe me, the kind of experience this gentleman has is tremendous in the industry, and it is world acclaimed across the world. Mr. Mukund Altikar, please, your views.
Thanks. I think after the views expressed by both of them, I have a little bit to add, but I will say two fundamental things which happen in the present times is you find value at low price. You otherwise never ever find value, whether it is employees, the quality which they are willing to, the quality which we can get out of them, the team building which you can do it at a fairly low price, which is impossible when everybody is growing at a phenomenal pace. Everybody is in demand and you really don't have the respite to build anything. You have to just flow with the time. In such times, you can have your ideas, you have the luxury of time on your hand. If you have the money to invest, and it's always the case of nobody wants to invest during bad times because people think that the bad times will continue forever. But that's the best time to invest because, as I said, you get value at a low price. The other thing which most of us in India tend to do is whether the traditional IT industry, which is truly outsourcing, not really, which is focused on cost cutting for its customers, not really on the revenue building side. Revenue building for Indian companies, but if you look at the full supply chain, then it is focusing only on the cost cutting aspect of it.
May I now request Mr. Dua to have his insight on the entire subject and our experts' views, and what are his views? Would like to listen to him. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Niyogi. I'm actually not part of the panel, so I'm not going to be able to give you any significant views. I have my 2 bits to add though. I'm representing TASMAC here along with Mr. Shailesh Niyogi, and I have been reading reviews and press articles over the last few weeks, and have also been speaking to a lot of students and prospective students. And one of the things that I can add perhaps over here, considering that I come from TASMAC, a management school, recession is here, like Mr. Niyogi said, and I think that is a fact that all of us must acknowledge. Having said that, we need to find a way to deal with it effectively, and perhaps one of the ways to deal with it, assuming you're having trouble within your own environments or your own jobs or your current situations, perhaps one of the ways to look at it is go out and sharpen your skills and sharpen your knowledge and get into education do a program, a master's program, spend a year, 2 years, and by the time you come back into the industry, hopefully things will be better. And when things would be better, maybe that's the time you will have far more knowledge to be able to command a higher and more respectable salary. So that's my 2 bit, Mr. Neogi.